What's going on, guys? We're back in the lab with Studio One today, and what we're gonna go through is a trap EDM type of breakdown kind of thing. Let me go ahead and show you what I've made. Let's go ahead and break it down. So first of all, as you see over here in this little section here, it's kind of like a lead into the breakdown section. So let's go through those elements first. So the first thing that I added into the introduction to the build up is going to be the tremolo strings here. Let me show you those. Here are the chords. I just click those in. The next thing that I added in was something from the beginning of the song, which is these notes here. One is the orchestra strings and the other is a synth, but it's just this right here. After I added that, I went ahead and I took one of the sounds from the beginning of the beat here and I reversed it and time stretched it. Let me show you what the original loop sounds like. I actually recorded that a couple years ago, but I never did anything with it, so I just brought it into this project to make this. After I put that loop on there, like I said, I reversed it and I time stretched it, so this is what it sounds like on the breakdown. So we got that, and then the last thing is going to be these effects here. In regards to these effects, I want to say that Vengeance, this is Essential Club Sounds Volume 4. This has been my favorite like drum, library that I've ever got. It's just really good for these EDM type of things. Mainly the effects. I use a lot of the effects and I use the drum fills a lot. Let me go ahead and show you these effects. So I know you hear the EQ sweep, it's just this here. Down here I have an automation clip to bring this frequency down. So it's going from 4K down to 36. So it's a very steep automation clip, but sounds really cool. After that I have the kick fill and a drum fill. So the kick fill sounds like this. Then I added in a drum fill, which sounds like this. I had to time stretch it to match the tempo. After that, we have the build up. So the build up is pretty simple. I didn't add any additional elements really. So the main things are gonna be the piano, strings, the synth. Those sound like this. After I added those, I wanted to add in some effects to make it sound more like a build-up. So I added in some horns, I added in a dubstep wobble, another dubstep wobble, and I added in a digital 808 slide. So those sound like this with those, the piano string and the synth. After I did that, I went ahead and I just added the sounds from the other section here. So I added the low brass and I looped this over here. I added the kick at the top and then I added the open hat. Here are the reverse chords again, and here's a reverse vocal effect. So that's the only elements for that section. After that, I added in a build up snare and another build up snare and a clap. I added in this effect here. So it's a longer effects sweep that builds up to the breakdown. So let me go ahead and show you that. So that's actually the entire breakdown. Was taking those sounds from here, duplicating them to here, taking this string loop from here, taking the drum fill from there, and the kick loop from there. Then the breakdown is actually simple as well. So for the breakdown part, I just took the dubstep stabs and the horns from the build up and I added it to the breakdown section here. And the first thing that I added in after I put in the drums here, these drums actually came from the beginning of the beat. They sound like this. One cool thing about the hi-hat is I put a tremolo effect on it, just the PreSonus effect, and it sounds really good. This is what it sounds like by itself actually. Like I said, the drum loop actually came from the beginning of the song. I usually use the same drum loop for an entire song, but I change up the sounds to make it sound different. So although the drums are not different, the sounds make the drums sound more interesting now in the breakdown section. After I had those drums in, the first sound that I added was this trap synth. Let me show you that with the drums. Added in the effects from the build up. Added the reverse loops from earlier. Then I added in the stabs from earlier there. I added a flute in there, flute from Contact. And then I just layered the trap synth pretty much. I added this layer here. Use that sound from Vandalism. Shocking Sounds 15. And then I added in the sounds from earlier. These here. So that's actually all of the elements for both the breakdown and also the build up. It's a very simple beat and to me, you know, it sounds very good. So I'm gonna show it to you one more time and that will be everything. So that's everything for all of this beat here. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know and I'll make that happen. Go check out PreSonus Studio One. And again, special thanks to Superstar O for providing the background music that you hear. Leave his link below as well. Have a great day, guys. See you later.